Please listen carefully.
Well, hello, universe, and welcome to the Optimist Daily Update. I'm Kristy Jansen.
And I'm Summers McKay.
And we're part of the team behind the Optimist Daily, making solutions the news. We bring you reader-funded solutions news every day in order to change the tenor of news media, social media, and the direction of your day to one focused on solutions.
7 days a week, we publish positive news stories written by award-winning journalists and delivered online to your inbox and through our social channels. And also, we are sharing these solutions in a commute-worthy, walk-worthy, take care of your houseplants and cuddle your cat-worthy podcast. Today is Thursday, the 14th of January, 2021. Kristy, I don't feel like working today. I just want to be light and fluffy and playful. And I mean, the Optimist Daily is amazing, but girl, I just want to snuggle with my baby and my cats.
Girls just want to have fun day, Summers.
Exactly. I do. So we brought our dog on the road because she's just kind of part of our little tribe and she's having lots of fun, and she's an Australian Shepherd, and leaving her, for this period of time would not have really worked out. And we have we're in an RV, we can bring a dog, but we didn't bring the cats, even though I kind of wish we did. And I don't really wish we brought the cats because that would be a disaster, but I totally miss my kitties. And at these different houses and properties we're looking at, we'll drive through neighborhoods and I'll see a cat and I just my heart is just. Anyway, so today's story on the Optimist Daily about cats really spoke to me. And I guess I'm just coming out as and I guess everyone already probably knows this, but I am officially a crazy cat lady. So, how are you doing today? Before we get into the stories, how's the world on Santa Barbara time?
It's still here, which is a good thing. I was talking to somebody yesterday about how are you? And she said, I don't really want to go there on this call. Let's just avoid that conversation. I'm like, okay, got it. I've been doing the whole, how are you doing? I'm COVID fine. All things considered, right. I'm hanging in there. And that's what I keep saying. And so I'm going to leave it there. I'm fine.
You're fine.
I don't want to go.
Feelings inside not expressed, fine. I actually had a friend who, one time when I said I'm fine, she said, you know what that means? Feelings inside's not expressed. And so now that's a joke in our family. Whenever anybody says they're fine, we look at each other and say, feelings inside not expressed. So no need to express them. Instead, let's take a journey over to the headlines on the Optimist Daily.
Yes.
Since we've already sort of teased mine out, I was going to say.
You should start with yours because it's fun and I think it's an important solution.
The headline reads, for children with autism, a cat can be the perfect companion. And part of why, in some ways, we brought Cleo with us on this trip is because we do have neurodiverse people in our family, and having a dog and having a pet here to help sort of soothe fears and calm everyone is really, really important. What this study out of the University of Missouri showed was that children with autism, ages 6 to 14, had very positive results in a reduction of separation anxiety and an increasing of empathy after they adopted a cat. Now, the reason that a cat is kind of a great pet for anybody with neurodiversity is also because they require less work than perhaps a dog, right? A huge amount of responsibility.
Yeah. Cats kind of are they're not quite as needy either, right? They're not quite as in your face as most dogs.
And so that that onus of responsibility, while it is very important to care for all animals with everything you've got, the onus of responsibility can be reduced with a cat. Additionally, if you really think about it, cats just have a calmer presence than dogs, right? Dogs can get really riled up. They can get really excited. They want to play. They want to wrestle. A cat just wants to cuddle, or some cats don't even want you to cuddle. They just want you close enough that they can look at you. So there's this natural calming quality to a feline that makes them the perfect animal for children with autism. So long story short, if you're under high stress or if you have a neurodiverse child, get a cat, adopt, don't shop, and love kittens, because I can't wait to get home to mine.
That's cute. And I wonder if the purring, because that purr, I wonder
Mm-hmm.
if that's a calming sound or sensation.
Yeah, that vibration and
The
the purr
vibration and the purr.
factors into the,
Uh,
very calming
I mean,
experience.
I
Yeah.
know it calms me when I don't have a pet cat at the current moment,
Mhm.
but I have, and having that little purr going on, sort of that little engine on your lap is very, very calming, right? And
Oh, I really miss sitting at my office with looking at my orchids and having my kitty on my lap.
mhm, yeah.
Soon, soon. I
Well,
will be home soon.
speaking of home offices and things to keep your spirits up while working at home, of course, I'm a big houseplant person. And so that's the article I decided to
Kristy and her arboretum of houseplants.
I have like these big ones that are just all over my room where I have my office and then my living room, and my husband's always teasing me. I feel like they are kind of like my fourth pet. But this article is about signs that your houseplant might need a bigger pot. As you have them, if you are able to keep them alive and they continue to grow, then sometimes you do have to give them a little more space or repot them, even if you can't give them a bigger pot because you don't really have a forest to put them into. You have to give them fresh soil. And so here are some signs this article goes in. I know it's a light story, but hey, today's not a heavy day on the Optimist Daily, right? We want to
You know what? This is exactly what I asked for, was something a little light. So,
and your plants are persons too. No, I'm just kidding. But
plants have feelings too.
they do.
I have some houseplants that do need to be repotted, but I have been holding off because we know that we are moving, and I don't fully know. There are certain ones that I think are coming with me, but I'm not sure it's super responsible to move plants across the country. But I guess, anyway, so Kristy, you might be getting a whole bunch more plants.
Oy vey.
And I will repot them following these brilliant instructions before I turn them over to your caring love.
There's a guide that this story connects to, but the signs to look for are if there's roots poking out of the bottom, if like the plant is overwhelming the size of the pot, if there's the golden ratio is for 2/3 of the plant height to 1/3 pot height. And if it's way bigger than that, then it might be time to give your plant a new home. If the plant is starting to get yellow leaves, that could also be a sign of overwatering or too much sun, but it also might mean that it's feeling a little constricted in its little pot. And if it's dropping a lot of leaves, that's also a sign. I want to look into how they manage like bonsai trees. And I know that there's a whole science
that's a whole new level, Kristy.
That's my next step, because repotting all the time is not, I mean, I have massive plants now that I've had in my house for a couple of years, and
right.
I know, but I don't have room for a bigger pot at this point. So how do I keep them healthy?
Keep them happy where they are? Well, guys, if you are a plant bonsai expert and have a great article on how to manage bonsais, please forward them to the editorial team at the Optimist Daily. Otherwise, everybody, thank you so much for listening to our slightly lighter and a little fluffier day here at the Optimist Daily Update. We do promise to continue to share positive solution-based stories about tech and health and science, as well as cats and plants, as well as ideas on how you can participate in this changing world and ensure it is changed for good. We promise to cover the current events with accuracy, legitimate sources, and offer you the information needed most to chart new paths for all of us. I realize that we've only been talking for 10 minutes.
Well, this is short. This is a little amuse-bouche of a Optimist Daily Update today. So let's just leave it there. Okay, we both have a lot of things to get to. You've got to finish up your sojourn in Texas, and I think tomorrow it might just be me and Amelia. I think Amelia might be standing in for you because you've got to finish your work there so you can drive back across the country.
Get home to my cats, man. Got to get home to the kitties.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. If you have the means and you like what we're doing, please consider becoming an emissary on the optimistdaily.com. And by sending $5 a month, you can help support reader-funded independent journalism. be a part of the solution-changing consciousness that addresses our world's biggest challenges with this problem-solving mindset. Please help us keep the Optimist Daily free to everyone out there who needs it, supported by those of us who can. Thanks again. I'll be here tomorrow. Summers may be on the road by then.
I'll see you guys on Monday. All right. Thanks, everybody.